Three Little Birds Reach for the Stars by First Robotics Competition Team 1671, the Buchanan Bird Brains. Illustrated by Jessica Estrada, a Bird Brain alumni. To Mr. Paul Lake, thank you for never giving up on our dreams. One starry night, three little birds were gazing up at the sky from their nest when they spotted a bright, shiny, moving star. "Look at that!" exclaimed Coney the redbird. "We should go up there and chase it," said Rollo the whitebird. Blocky, the bluebird, thought about Rollo's idea. "But we can't just fly into space. We need something to get us there." After thinking long and hard, the three birds had an idea. "We should build a rocket ship to get to space," they decided. Excited, they started making a list of things they needed to do. The next day, Coney, Rollo, and Blocky asked their good friend Randy, the engineer, to help them design their rocket. Randy told them, "First, you need to find fuel tanks and an engine. Then you need to build a cockpit so you could live and breathe in space." And Randy paused. "Remember, you must wear safety glasses and hard hats to protect yourself." Coney, Rollo, and Blocky promised to use their safety gear and started to design the rocket. The next stop on the birds' list was a visit to a metal shop. There, they learned how to create metal parts from the designs they had drawn. "I never knew how much fun building and creating things could be," exclaimed Coney. Once Coney, Rollo, and Blocky finished the tasks on their list, they headed back to Randy's workshop to finish building the rocket. They worked as a team to put the parts together, and in no time, the rocket was complete. The three little birds made the final checks on their rocket and moved it outside. Then they pulled on their spacesuits. Randy, who would be the flight controller for this mission, helped them climb into the cockpit. Once they got settled inside and put on their seatbelts, Coney, Rollo, and Blocky gave Randy a thumbs up. Randy started the countdown. 3, 2, 1, liftoff! When the rocket reached outer space, Blocky checked to make sure the engine and fuel tanks were in good condition. Once they saw everything was working properly, Randy gave his approval to continue their mission. Coney, Rollo, and Blocky discovered many things they had not known about space. "Look how large Earth really is," Rollo exclaimed. "Wow," Blocky replied. "I never realized how far apart the planets and stars are from each other." Coney and Rollo chirped in agreement. As the birds gazed out the window, Rollo suddenly pointed to a shiny object moving away from them. "Is that the moving star we are trying to find?" Coney questioned. "It has wings just like us," Rollo said happily. The three little birds chased the moving object and docked their spaceship to its flat surface. As they floated out of the cockpit, they were approached by a man in a spacesuit just like theirs. When the birds took off their helmets, Coney gazed in wonder as Blocky floated by. "Who are you? What is this place? And why is Blocky floating?" asked Rollo. The man kindly smiled and said, "Hello, birds. My name is Greg, and I am an astronaut and engineer. You are in the International Space Station, or for short, the ISS. Right now, we are floating because we are falling around the Earth together, so it feels like there is no gravity." Throughout the day, astronaut Greg showed the birds the many features of the ISS. He explained to them that the ISS was actually a research laboratory. After a long day of exploring and learning, the birds waved goodbye to astronaut Greg. Once they were buckled into their seats, Coney exclaimed, "I had so much fun building the rocket and flying to the ISS." Rollo chirped in reply, "My favorite part was meeting astronaut Greg." Blocky, thinking about the whole day and the hard work they had put in to accomplish their goal, said, "Look how far we could go when we work together. When we reach for the stars, anything is possible."